One of my very favorite quotes of all time is one from Campbell Morgan, who was a great Bible teacher, expositor in the 20th century. He said, "The supreme need in every hour of difficulty and distress is for a fresh vision of God. Seeing Him, all else takes on proper perspective and proportion." Let me say it again, because the English is a little bit old. The supreme need in every hour of difficulty and distress is for a fresh vision of God. Seeing Him, all else takes on proper perspective and proportion. So we've seen the wrath and the judgment of God against His enemies, that day of vengeance. But now we come to see His year of redemption, His goodness, His loving kindness toward those who repent and believe. And this vision of God helps us to calculate, to calibrate what's happening in our world today. If we didn't have this great vision of God, both a God of wrath and a God of mercy, we would be totally, utterly flummoxed by what's happening in our world. It's confusing. It looks on every hand like evil is winning. There's this tidal wave of anti-God sentiment and thinking and activity. And we would just want to hunker down, like barricade ourselves in our little Christian fortresses and not come out if we didn't have this vision of God. We need in such a day as ours to see God. Isaiah says this earlier in his book in chapter 6, in the year that King Uzziah died, King Uzziah who had reigned for, 52 years over Judah, he was like Queen Elizabeth in our day. just a long, long time power and influence. And then he dies. And the whole world is in a commotion and a hubbub. What's going on? Who will be next? What will happen? In the year that King Uzziah died, says Isaiah, I saw the Lord high and lifted up, and the train of His glory filling the temple. The glory of God is like no glory, no majesty that any earthly king or potentate could ever have. It doesn't really matter in the final analysis who is on earthly thrones. What matters is who is on the eternal heavenly throne. I saw the Lord. And that's what we need to give our hearts hope and patience and endurance when the craziness of the world seems to be taking over.